Hello, today we are playing NCIS the game, and we are continuing on from episode 3 part 6. So this means this is the last part of the episode 3. So after this we are on episode 4, and I can't wait until we get there. So that is why this part is 13 minutes long and 33 seconds. So this is going to be quite a while to watch, but anyways, we're going to get cracking straight away and get through this as fast as possible for you.
Husker's cause of death was definitely poison, not blunt force trauma or cardiac arrest. This was premeditated, cold-blooded murder.
Now we just need to know why.
I'm way ahead of you, working on the evidence you sent me now. Gotcha, you little bugger. The fingerprints on these instruments belong to Captain Husker. Captain Husker was into something more than a little bondage. He was into full-on torture. The substance in this vial is sodium pentothal, truth serum. Fingerprints can tell a lot of stories. These are going to tell us who our killer is. Why would Dr. Marks be at the torture facility? The substance in this vial is succinylcholine, a highly toxic poison. Why does it not surprise me to find traces of a rare poison twice in one day? Gibbs, I found the same rare poison that killed Captain Husker in one of the vials from the torture facility. Those two are a long way apart. How did it get to both places?
Deduction board.
Let's see what we can find.
Why don't you explain it to me, Abs?
Okay, check this out. So now it's clear. Husker was torturing people for information, and Dr. Marks was somehow involved. Then something went wrong between the two of them, and she poisoned him. Worried she'd get caught, she tried to frame the acting CO, Commander Pramus.
She's probably long gone by now. McGee, need to find the doctor.
I'm already on it.
McGee? How long have you been on the line?
I'm always on the line.
Copy that. Target is outbound. We have a visual.
We're right on top of you now, and in just a few seconds, game over.
Copy that. Target is outbound. We have a visual. Target headed east.
I've never missed before, and I don't plan to start now. I hope you've enjoyed your joyride.
Target on course to be intercepted. Copy that. Target is outbound. We have a visual. Target is proceeding on course.
We got her, boss. The base guards are bringing her to you.
Got it.
Welcome back, Doctor.
I'm not telling you anything.
We know what you were doing out there, in that blood-stained concrete torture box.
You don't know anything.
As doctors, we took an oath to protect human life and limit suffering. I understand that sometimes those two goals conflict with each other.
You have no idea what you're talking about. This is a war zone, Dr. Mallard, not some comfortable morgue in Washington, D.C. Things work differently here.
I have spent more than my fair share of time in a war zone, Dr. Marks, and I once watched a man tortured to the brink of death repeatedly. It was my job to keep him alive so that his tormentor could extend his suffering. I refused and instead ended his suffering and his life. Much as I suspect you did for the victims out at that dreadful facility.
You have your facts wrong.
Why don't you correct me then?
I am a doctor. I save lives and end suffering. End of story.
You were torturing people at that warehouse.
No, never.
That's not good enough.
I would never intentionally inflict suffering on another human being. I'm not a torturer, Agent Gibbs.
Saw the inside of your warehouse. We know what you and Husker were doing out there.
He ordered me. He made me inject them with sodium pentothal so they wouldn't resist his questions. Then he ordered me to nurse them back to health, just as Dr. Mallard described from his own experiences. He wanted to extend their pain. But I never tortured anyone. It was always Captain Husker. I did as I was ordered. I eased their pain, reduced their suffering as best I could.
Who were these people?
Iraqi civilians, mostly.
Need something more specific.
They were all Iraqi civilians. People he picked up off the street who he suspected as having ties to terrorists.
So you killed them.
I tried to help them.
Help them?
I didn't kill them. I did as I was ordered. I eased their pain, reduced their suffering as best I could.
We also found the succinylcholine.
No, it's not something... He was inflicting terrible, unspeakable things. I couldn't let him keep doing that. Not to anyone. So I injected the succinylcholine instead of the sodium pentothal.
But he found out.
Yeah, he did.
So you killed him, too?
Yes, he found out, but no, I didn't kill him.
Your autopsy proved that the commander was killed by a lethal injection of succinylcholine. You injected him. And as he was dying, you hit him over the head to finish him off.
It wasn't like that. When he found out, he threatened me. Asked me if I wanted to trade places with one of the victims. I was scared. He came at me. I already had a syringe, so I injected him, but he was strong. He fought back.
What's the matter, Tony?
Oh, caffeine crash. I don't know how the Gibbs man does it, but if coffee is his secret weapon, count me out. I mean, I like coffee as much as the next guy, but Gibbs is inhuman.
How much did you lose by?
It doesn't matter how many more he drank than me, okay?
A lot. A whole lot.
Like you're one to talk. You don't even drink real coffee, just that little soft drink. I'd like to see you try to switch to a real man's brew. Then we'll see who's laughing.
You know, Tony, there's actually more caffeine in calf pow per ounce than in your typical cup of coffee. In fact, even with the latest coffee brewing technology, there is no way, either physical or chemical, to squeeze that much caffeine out of a coffee bean.
You'd have to artificially add caffeine to reach the same levels, and that's not even counting the ginseng, vitamin B, and other stimulants in calf pow.
Very nice, McGee.
So what are you saying?
Okay, it looks like we're coming to the end of episode 3, part 7, and the end of this entire episode. After this, we will be continuing to episode 4, so you can carry on with this walkthrough. I will leave a link down in the description box to episode 4, part 1. I hope you enjoyed this video, and so just want to say like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much.